today. Yes, we're back in MLB The Show 24. I haven't done this in a long time, but yeah, we're here in MLB The Show 24. Reason why? Well, I want to do this video just for fun. Because, why not? Why not do a fun video that I haven't done in a little bit, and that's MLB The Show. Question is, though, let's start it. Let's have some fun. First of all, I'm going to open a pack, and that pack right here is the Team Captains pack. So, you can this pack here. You can either choose from a hitting captain or a pitcher captain. I'm actually going to go with a hitter captain here, just because I want to. So let's see here, hitters, captains. Now I think you can choose from any one of the players. Yes. So I'll go over each one of them for you guys, and I'll pick a random one. I have a wheel spin, by the way, on my phone. So for me, this doesn't really. To me, this doesn't really matter because when I hit the level, I think it's 17 or a little bit more later on in the Season War program, I'll get another one of these packs, and that's the one I'm going to actually choose a captain on myself, not rely on a wheel spin. But for this one, I'm actually going to use a wheel spin to pick the player for this, and it can be anyone. So we'll go from left to or from the first card to the last card here in this. And so let's start with Prince Fielder representing the Detroit Tigers. They're a former amazing player, by the way. I'm a fan of Prince Fielder. I used to really like him in Milwaukee. Then he went to Detroit and he played well. Lefty bat, nails against right-handed pitching is okay versus lefties. Oh, a solid defense. He fits the Nolan Arenado team boost, which is a card that Nolan Arenado has where it boosts players that have under 45 speed. So not bad for Prince Fielder. Okay, representing the Oakland Athletics, Frank Thomas, the former MVP winner of the Chicago White Sox. Terrible fielder. This is definitely a DH card, you can tell. Crushes pitching with that over 100 power on both sides. Meh contact also fits the Nolan Arenado team. So what I like to do in my wheel spins, I like to spin the wheel 5 times. So that is Frank Thomas here. Very interesting DH card. Brandon Belt, the first baseman for the San Francisco Giants, is up here with some even splits here in his hitting attributes. That's why he's a diamond shield for his hitting with the 97, 75, and the 86, 76. 64 vision is okay. He fits the Nolan Arenado team if you like that. And he's not a bad fielder at first. Oh yeah, I forgot about quirks. Each player has quirks. Okay, Arizona Diamondbacks, David Peralta, left fielder. Very good versus right. He's actually a decent hitter on both sides. Low 80s on the righties, high 90s on both right sides. Fits the Byron Buxton team, which are cards that have under 60 vision. Fine speed out there in left field. Bronze defense, but this is actually a decent card here. By the way, each captain card does give you boosts. As you see here, he gives you plus 15 power and contact versus righties and helps your pitches as well for Diamondback players. Okay, this is one that I would not mind getting. First baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals, Matt Carpenter, a lefty bat that crushes right-handed pitching. He's not bad versus lefties either with his meh defense and 40 speed. Again, fits Nolan Arenado team boost. He's not bad, but he's a great power bat. Wouldn't mind him at DH. Seattle Mariners shortstop, who also plays second and third, Gene Segura, one of the contact hitter friendly guys. He loves hitting contact with almost his 100 contact on both sides. Very low power numbers, but that's okay. He's got high vision, fine speed out there at shortstop with some nice fielding. So he's definitely a contact guy. So if you like contact guys, that's not a bad one. Representing the Toronto Blue Jays, first baseman Paul Molitor. Another one kind of like Gene Segura. Very contact-heavy type of guy. Doesn't hit for too many power, but he's better versus lefties. High vision. Meh speed. Not really good defensively. So for me, he's a DH. Pittsburgh Pirates center fielder Starling Marte. I actually kind of like this card. Low vision, but that's fine. Decent enough speed with 83. He's got nice defense out in center. Fine splits and hit better contact than power, but that's not bad for Starling Marte. Plus, the Pirates, since they're playing good this year, wouldn't mind that little upgrade for them. Trey Mancini, right fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. Not bad at all with the nice splits, even on both sides of the dish when it comes to hitting. For right field, I wouldn't really put him in right field. I might use him as my DH instead. New York Yankees first baseman Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly, a lefty bat. Good against righties with the 99 contact, 70 power, but he's more power versus lefties with less contact. Does fit the Nolan Arenado team, which is interesting. I wonder if his cam boost ups his power. No, it doesn't. It's the other guy. But not bad, Don Mattingly. Here's another one that I wouldn't mind choosing. George Springer from the Houston Astros, center fielder with his 100 power versus righties. He hits righties better than lefties, but not bad versus left-handed pitching. Fits the Byron Buxton team, has 71 speed with the nice defense out in center field. Not bad for the former 2017 World Series MVP. For the Chicago White Sox, you have Aviles Garcia out in right field. Very contact heavy with his matched out contact versus lefties, even though he's less power versus lefties. Okay, vision, nice speed with 84, can play a good defensive guy out in right field, but I wouldn't really be picking up this card unless you're a big White Sox guy. For the Twins, center fielder Torii Hunter, very balanced guy against pitchers, even though his power versus lefties is down. He's not bad out there, by the way, out in the field either, with the nice 85 fielding and 72 arm with an 80 speed. Plus his contact goes way up when he had the Twins boost on him. For the Nationals, Adam Dunn, left fielder, definitely a DH type of guy. His defense speed are not really good, but he fits the Byron Buxton team and the Nolan Arenado team. He crushes pitching with his 110 power versus righties and 90 against lefties. Not only that, he has really good contact, actually. I'm shocked. And look at that. His power seems higher when you get his boost on. For the Atlanta Braves, Dansby Swanson. Again, another contact-heavy type of guy, but he has, fine splits versus power on his low 70s power against both sides pitching. Very defensive-heavy type of shortstop with a low arm, but good fielding, and has decent enough speed to keep up with everybody. For the New York Mets, first baseman Carlos Delgado, definitely a DH in my opinion than a first baseman, but he hits righties with his 85 contact, 107 power. He's meh versus lefties. Itchy, but he does fit the Nolan Arenado team boost. Boston Red Sox, Johnny Damon, the center fielder, definitely works more as a fielder than a hitter. His contact's higher, but his power's meh. But he's definitely a more defensive center fielder than a hitter. Alberto Mondesi, very fast type of dude at shortstop. Very split heavy when it comes to his hitting. Kind of even on both sides. He has more contact. And he hits better contact versus righties, but more power versus lefties. You also have him fitting the Buxton team with his 97 speed and fine defense out there at shortstop. Tampa Bay Rays, Kevin Kiermaier, center fielder, very good defensively with his 94 fielding and 80 speed. Can hit the bat a little bit versus righties, but the 95 contact and 74 power. But he does hit for more contact against lefties with his 82. You have, for the Cincinnati Reds, third baseman Eduardo Eugenio Suarez, wrong name, Eugenio Suarez. Definitely a power bat, slams pitching with that 107 versus righties and 112 against lefties. Contacts meh, fits the Byron Buxton team and the Nolan Arenado team. Fielding's not bad at all, but definitely a guy that I will put as my DH. For the Milwaukee Brewers, first baseman Rowdy Torres. Can hit against right-handed pitching, lefties not so much. But I bet his cap and boost probably gets him better. Yeah, and probably with other guys as well. But he fits the Nolan Arenado team. The Texas Rangers, Joey Gallo, guy who crushes pitching. Oh, maxed out power versus lefties. 108 against righties. 107 contact versus lefties, but 50 against righties. He fits the Byron Buxton team. He's got decent fielding out there in center, actually, with the 90 arm and 93 reaction, the 50 speed. It's not bad at all for Joey Gallo. For the Miami Marlins, catchers JT Realmuto hits righties better with his 88 contact, 77 power, but not bad versus lefties, the 54 contact, 72 power. For a catcher, he's actually fast with 81 speed, and he's got good defense out there as well. I wonder if he has pop time. He does have pop time. That's actually good for a catcher to have. For the Cleveland Guardians, Francisco Lindor, switch hitting shortstop. Switch hitting is always good to have in this. Does good in the field. His 93 fielding, 71 arm, 71 speed. Monster out there. He's got 104 contact versus lefties with 76 power. More of a contact hitter than a power hitter, but hey, Lindor's good, especially when you get his boosts active, too. Colorado Rockies, Justin Morneau. Definitely more of a meh player, but not bad. Doesn't really fit any teams or anything like that. Well, he fits the Nolan Arenado team, but it's not bad. You know, lefty bat's not bad. More DH. For the Philadelphia Phillies, this is the guy who I'm picking, by the way, when I get that pack out of the Season 1 reward path. It would be Richie Ashburn, because I do have a lot of Phillies players. Definitely a contact-heavy type of guy, but also plays decent defense, too, with the 80 fielding, 71 arm, and the 78 speed. But he's definitely a contact-hitting friendly type of guy. For the Los Angeles Angels, Cole Calhoun, the right fielder, very split balanced, but with the 90 contact versus righties. And he's a good fielder with 83 fielding and 92 arm, but kind of speed-wise with a 52 speed. For the Chicago Cubs, Kyle Schwarber crushes right-handed pitching with a 93 contact and 117 power versus righties. He does fit the Byron Buxton team with 57 vision, 54 speed, and not really good defender, so definitely a DH type of player. Last two, Jock Peterson for the Los Angeles Dodgers with 103 power versus lefties. Righties. So he crushes right-handed pitching. Not good at all versus lefties. He does fit the Nolan Arenado team with 36 speed, but he's not actually a bad fielder out in left field with the 86 fielding and 68 arm. But he does have 82 accuracy, which is not bad. And the final player out of this pack is from the San Diego Padres, shortstop Ozzie Smith. Very defensive heavy with the 89 fielding and 83 arm with 89 reaction. 92 speed, that's fast for a shortstop, but not like Garcia. But he hardly hits for power, very contact-heavy type of a player. So let's see what my wheel would like me to pick here for a captain. I do 5 spins, so the first spin goes to the Giants. On that 5th spin, if it does not land right on the line of a team, I will choose the team. Alright, second team was the Tigers, so we got 3 more spins to go. Milwaukee Brewers. Alright, down to the final 2 spins. Then we had the Minnesota Twins, and here's the spin to see who I pick as my hitting captain. And that is one on the line, would have been the Brewers, but that was right on the line, so I had to respin. It is Suarez, Eugenio Suarez from the Cincinnati Reds, the third baseman. I don't have many Reds cards. I hardly have much Reds cards, so I will take Eugenio Suarez from the Cincinnati Reds. I'm actually going to quickly check something, by the way, on my program. So here I am right now on the Season 1 program, getting close to Bruce Sutter. Who's the pitching captain for the Cincinnati Reds? Sonny Gray. Okay, Sonny Gray. Oh, he helps with contact. That's actually good with Suarez. So that's not bad at all. Maybe I might need to start getting a Reds team ready. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's actually head into what today's video actually is about, and that's my favorite card from each team. I'm going to do one pitcher, one hitter. Now, with some teams, I'm going to do what is called a BR check. What a BR check is basically, I played Battle Royale in this, and playing Battle Royale, you draft random cards, you play with them. So for some of the teams, for example, the Seattle Mariners, I'm going to do that because I do not own Very much Seattle Mariner cards. Alright, for hitting wise, Gunnar Henderson would be it for me. He's playing up on inside edge right now. But I've been really good with Gunnar Henderson. Like his swing, he's fast, plays decent defense, and is really good against right-handed pitching, which you see a lot more than lefties. As you see, I already have him at parallel 1. I almost have him at parallel 2. For pitching-wise, Torm Burns is good, but I wouldn't really put him there. I'm actually going to go with a bullpen arm here. And go with Danny Colmont. Colmby? I don't know how to say that last name. But I like him. Great pitch velocity for a reliever, too, with the cutter, sinker, slurve, a curveball, and a four-seam. Very nice. I mean, most of the bullpen for the Orioles is pretty nice. Boston Red Sox, this is very easy for me. It used to be Kevin Youkilis for a hitter, but the guy that I picked for the Team Affinity Chapter 2 for the American League East, Saddam Rafaela, plays a whole bunch of positions. You know, for a guy that isn't much power versus both sides, he's still a pretty good batter, but he's really good because of his defense and speed. I mean, it's always good to have a speed guy out there in the field. An 88 speed with 87 steal is very good. So I'll definitely take that from Rafaela. And best pitcher, easy one for me, Ryan Bruiser from reliever. I already have him at parallel 3. I almost am getting him up there to parallel 4. But I do like him. He's got a huge amount of hits per 9. And he's got a good pitch velocity with a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a slider, and a changeup. Not too many people like to face me with him on the mound. New York Yankees, easy one for me. Hitter Mickey Mantle, the first ever headline card of the year. I pulled him out of a headliner pack on my second try. It's been pretty good for me. Switch hitting is always good to have, especially when you have one of the GOATs of baseball on your team, and Mickey Mantle. It's always sick. And a pretty good card art, too. I'm almost got him at parallel 2, which would be even cooler as well. For pitching-wise, I'm going to go with bullpen arm. Oh, where is he? Where's Jonathan Weiseca? Okay, I guess Jonathan Weiseca is not on here right now, but that's my pick, by the way, for my favorite pitcher of the New York Yankees. Speaking of that, actually, I want to check that. Where Mr. Jonathan Weiseca went. Let me check here. Oh, he must be injured. Oh, that's probably why. He's probably injured and he's on the free agent team. Anyway, that's fine. Still, Jonathan Weiseca as my pitcher. Tampa Bay Rays, hitter, easy one for me, Evan Longoria. Ever since I've gotten Longoria from the American League East Chapter 1 for Team Affinity, he's been crushing the balls for me. Especially against lefties. 105 power. Man, I almost have him at parallel 1. Decent speed for third baseman. Good defense, too. So I'll take that from Mr. Longoria and a 6 swing. Pitching is tough for me. There's 2 guys, Zach Eflin and Phil Maton. I'm actually going to go with Zach Eflin because I like his pitch mix a little bit better than Phil Maton, but both him and Maton have been very, very good for me. I almost have Eflin at tier 3 as well. Toronto Blue Jays, easy one for pitching, Kevin Gausman. Gausman knows to strike people out with his 4-seam, splitter, slider, and sweeping curveball. Very good for me. I paralleled him in 1 game, which is very easy for me to say. And for hitter, easy one as well for me. From the Team Affinity Chapter 1 for the American League East, Sean Green, the right fielder, lefty bat. Pretty damn good, actually. And he does field pretty well in the field. We're going to head to the American League Central. Best hitter, obviously, Luis Robert, center fielder. Hits pretty damn good against righties and lefties. Fits the Byron Buxton team, which I've used him on that team before, and he is pretty good. 90 fielding's good for a center fielder with a 77 speed. Pitching-wise, another easy one. Garrett Crochet, Season Award card. He was the first Season Award card you can grind for. Damn good, too. He's not even the best pitcher in this lineup. This would be Nolan Schultz, who I'm trying to get. He's pretty good. Cleveland Guardians. Hitter-wise, I've been terrible with Jose Ramirez this year, so it's not Jose Ramirez. I'm going to go with Stephen Kwan. Even though he's playing down on inside edge today, I'm going to go with Stephen Kwan as my hitter for the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, if I had Josh Naylor or Andres Gimenez, oh, wow, never mind with Andres Gimenez. If I had Josh Naylor, I probably would have went with Josh Naylor. Or someone, out of Cleveland. Best pitcher. Come on. It's the fireman. Emmanuel Clase. He's always a guy that I like to have on my team, my bullpen. And Clase, like I say, he's the fireman. He throws hard with his cutter, slider, and four-seam fastball with outlier on the fastball, which means he throws over 100 miles per hour. And he's playing up on inside edge, which is even better. Tigers. Ooh, this is I'm going with Colt Keith, second baseman. The tops now from the first drop of the season awards program. Crushes pitching. Crushes absolute pitching with the splits. Very damn good. Pitching wise, I would. Oh God, I don't really have any good pitchers from this team, so I'll probably go with Reese Olson because I don't have Tweet Stubble. Kansas City Royals hitter. I'm going to go with Miguel Garcia. I mean, for him, and basically for me, if you get on base with Garcia, he's fast dude with 69 speed, which is nice. Plays third pretty well with his 92 fielding. And he's a very interesting contact hitting type of player. But hey, a shout out to the past watch, Vinny Pasquantino. I've been using him and Garcia for grinding. And for pitchers, it's a pitching duel between Seth Lugo and Michael Wacha, but I go with Michael Wacha because I like his pitch mix just a little bit more than Seth Lugo. Circle change, four seam, sinker, cutter, curveball. 5 pitch mix is not bad at all. And Seth Lugo is pretty interesting too with the four seam, curve, sinker, slider, circle change. Like I said here, I don't have too many Kansas City role players. Minnesota Twins favorite hitter Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa gets it done for me because I like his swing. His swing's pretty damn good. I used him when I did the Nolan Arenado team. He was my shortstop on there, and he crushed it a lot. He played pretty well for me. Royce Lewis is also a damn good player. I like using Royce Lewis. I'm actually using him for my American League Central grind, so I can get some of the Team Affinity players from it. I'm using him at shortstop, I'm using him as my DH, actually, because he's Royce friggin' Lewis. Pitcher, oh God, I don't really have very many pitchers on the Twins. I'm going to have to go with Caleb Thielbar. I don't really have much Twins pitchers. He's my highest pitcher that I have in the Twins. Four-seam, slur, curve, slider. Don't have too much to say on him. I probably would have went with Joe Ryan or Chris Potter or Pablo Lopez if I had him. And I hardly have any Twins players. The only one is Jake, which I haven't used him yet. Houston Astros. Usually for favorite hitter, I would have went with Craig Biggio. I've been terrible with him so far this year, and I like his cards, so I'll go Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman crushes right-handed pitching. He's fine versus lefties. Can play a decent third as well. He also plays first, short, and left field. He's got some fine quirks, too. Pitching-wise, easy. It's Ronald Blanco. Season Awards player. He was the last Season Award player before the new drop came out today, which I'll talk about that in just after this is done with, but I really like pitch mitch with the four-seam, circle change, slider, and slurve. I already used him already, and I'm going to use him again to try to complete the Season Award 4 player drop pack already. So here's Craig. Like I said, I've not been good with Craig Biggio this year already, and I'm usually good with Craig Biggio cards. I just been terrible with them to start the year. Angels, as much as I like Trout, I don't know with my guy, Brandon Drury. I always liked Brandon Drury cards since not last game, but the game before. I've been great with Brandon Drury, especially with his swing. I really like his swing. I can always get good timing off of his cards, and I really like it. And I don't really have barely any pitching for the Angels, but I do have Reed Devers, and I do like using them. Four seam, slider, sweeping curve, circle change, and a slurve for Reed Devers. Oh. And finally, the Oakland Athletics, another team that I don't really have much of. I guess I'll just go with... This is one of the teams I'll go with the BR, the Battle Royale stuff with. I've used Shane Langeliers before. I mean, he was supercharged and he was really good, but I'm going to go with Zach Geloff. He was good for me when I used him in VR because of his speed. And he has decent power versus right-handed pitching. And pitching-wise, I mean, I got to use this card. I got to use this Dennis Eckersley card in Battle Royale. Disgusting. Absolutely love this card. I wish I could buy his card, but I don't have enough stubs for him. But he was killer for me in BR. Seattle Mariners. Mitch Garver for a hitter. Really good catcher. I mean, look at right now. He's playing up on inside edge. Crushes righties and lefties. Terrible behind the dish. He's more of a DH, but I do really like his swing. More evident with the Rangers. I'll talk about that later. Pitcher, George Kirby. With his four seams, sinker, slider, curve, splitter. Very good pitch mix. Very good. And he fits some other of the team boosts as well. I use him with the Grade Match team boost. By the way, shout out to, where's that card here? Mike Cameron. I've used him before. And Harry Ford's good too. Rangers, Nathan Eovaldi for pitcher. I've used the Eovaldi. Used him not too long ago. I got him yesterday and I used him in a game. I like him. High clutch. Four seam splitter, cutter, curve, slider. Good for, you know, getting you through the early game type stuff. John Gray, I've used him in my bullpen. Flashback cards. Rafael Palmeiro. This is the 85 you get from the starter program. Dude is pretty nice as a lefty. Dude actually hits pretty well on both sides. And I've used him on the Northern and Out team, and he hits pretty well on lefties too. I'm getting him pretty close as well, also to the Peril number 1 too. But a guy I definitely want to highlight on this team. I've used this card in VR, and this card's disgusting. This Mitch Garver card. I'm not going to say much about this card because so many people know how good this card is. Disgusting. He's disgusting. Atlanta. Pitcher, I'm actually going to go with Raisel Iglesias. I use him in my bullpen a lot just because I like his pitch mix with a circle, four-seam sinker, and a slider. It's disgusting. Okay, Adam Duvall. I want to talk about Adam Duvall for a minute here. This man fucking rakes. I used him in 2 games. I had 4 home runs in 2 games and 3 doubles with this man. I don't know what this man was doing, and he was not playing on inside edge, but he was murdering the ball in Coors Field so I can get the grinds done. Also, Orlando Garcia crushes balls, but it's Adam Duvall. Also, Travis d'Arnaud is pretty good, too, as backup guy. Marlins, I don't really have much Miami Marlins players, so hitter Mike Lowell. He's pretty cheap, actually. I got him on the market for about $3K, which is disgusting for a guy who's a third baseman with 65 speed and great versus left-handed pitching. And I'll go with Braxton Garrett for pitching. I don't have many Marlin pitchers. Mets. Oh, this is easy. It's JD Martinez. This JD Martinez murders the ball for me. I mean, I've used him in 5 games. Look at this. 18 hits, 5 doubles, 7 home runs, 20 RBIs. And he's only struck out once. And he's batting a .581 for me. Murders righties. Murders them. He has 10 hits versus them. He has 10 hits versus right-handed pitching. He's got 4 home runs against left-handed guys. I destroy bats with him, and I can't wait to get his Battle Royale card for the Tigers. And I'll show you that right now, actually. Pitcher, Steven Matz, just because. But I'll show you that card I was talking about earlier with JD Martinez that I cannot wait to use. Where is it here? This one right here. I cannot wait to get this card out of the Battle Royale program. This card, I know from a fact, is going to be one of my favorites in the game when I collect them. Right now, he's about 9k. I'm getting up there in stubs, so if I can get 9k or get him out of the Battle Royale program, I'm instantly picking this card. Because I know I'm going to be fire with him. Alright, who's up next? I think it's the Phillies, yes. I have a lot of Phillies cards. Other than Zach Wheeler, I have all the diamonds. As much as I love my guy, Bryce Harper, I gotta go Trey Turner. Trey Turner has been very good for me ever since I pulled him out of a pack. Decent splits, very fast as 99 speed and 93 stealing. Fine defense out in shortstop. I'm getting him up there. Pitching wise, I'm going to probably go with, no, actually, no. Billy Wagner. Love this guy's pitch mix. Four-seam slider, changeup, curveball. Dude is nasty when it comes to pitching to people. With that 116 hits per night. Has already 3 innings pitched for me and 6 strikeouts. Strikes out everybody so far that he's played against. Okay, Washington Nationals. This is another team I might just go with the BR with, because I'm not playing much with. But for pitching, because my hitter's Vladimir Guerrero. I'm a big Vladimir Guerrero fan in real life. More so of his father than the son. Dude, Vladdy? I remember using him in one moment, and it took me forever to beat the moment just as the ball just kept dying. But I kept getting singles and good hits with this card. And I'm going to use them for more grinding, but I do really like this card. Especially that arm. But for pitching, I'm going to have to probably go with a VR program pitcher that I gotta use, which was Hunter Harvey, if I remember correctly. She's not bad. I mean, four-seam splitter, slider, curve, not bad at all. And next up, the Cubs. Best hitter I've used on this team? I'm going to go not with Dansby. I'm going to go with actually a Battle Royale card I've used. Michael Busch. Michael Busch is insane. Swing's good. Crushes pitching. And decent speed, too, for a first baseman. I love this card. Cannot wait to get this card out of the NL Central Team Affinity, because that's a tough freaking division to pick from when it comes to hitters. Is that one. And then for your pitching, Justin Steele. Four seams, slider, sinker, curve, circle change. A nice one to use, by the way. Cincinnati Reds, the guys I just got. I mean, I haven't used Suarez yet, so I can't pick him, but it's Elly De La Cruz. It's Elly De La Cruz. Cannot wait to check out that season award program, De La Cruz. It's going to be interesting to use him. And then, Trey Augustine for leaving. But, I mean, Nick Lindolo's not in here, but he would be a big pick for mine. But look at this. Elly De La Cruz, I want this card. This card would be so much fun to use, especially with that Eugenio Suarez boost. I think that card with this would be sick. Rod Dibble, by the way, is also fucking really good. And Spencer Steer's the new drop for season 4 drops. So I cannot wait to unlock him later tonight. I'm definitely going to be using him. They also have Brandon Drury, the guy who I'm picking out of that 90 overall BR program pack. Definitely, because I love Brandon Drury swing. Cannot wait to use this card. That's the Reds. Brewers. Ooh. Hitter. I'm going to go with it. Jackson Chorio's Top Snell card. Fast as hell. Can hit the ball. Can actually field pretty nicely, too. And he's got good quirks and can steal. Pitcher is spring breakout Jacob Mizorowski. Disgusting, too. 6'7", and then he's got four-seam, slider, cutter, curve, circle change with good splits. Is definitely a dude that I want on my team. Pittsburgh Pirates. I gotta go with Oneil Cruz. I used him when he was supercharged, and my God, he was a demon for me when he was supercharged. Also, shout out to Brian Reynolds. Also great. Cannot wait to use him later. Pitcher, I'm going to go with Jarrett Jones. Tops now, Jarrett Jones. I used him when I was farming for the season awards program. Probably going to use him later tonight, too, for this, because I'm going to need 6 strikeouts out of him to help complete that program. But he's really good with the four-seam slider, curve, and circle change. Getting near the end now, Cardinals. This is tough. I mean, Nolan Arenado's good, but I'm going to go with Lars Nootbaar. Lars, he can hit for me. I've used Lars before. And once he gets up there in rating, he's going to be even better, and I can't wait to get more of him. Also, shout out Tommy Edman, switch hitter. Insane for switch hitter, by the way. Really, really cool and good. Pitching. Now, the Cardinals I've hardly used pitching with, so I'm going to just go with a guy that I kind of like in Zach Thompson. I used him. He's okay, but not terrible. I'm not going to go with Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn, I could care less about him. Diamondbacks, hitters. I'm going to go Blaze Anderson. I've used him in a couple games. I don't mind him at all. Good swing, fast, can play the shortstop pretty damn well. I'll be using him for my NL West grind for Team Affinity. Or I never know, I could use him for... I'm going to use him tonight for my season awards, try to grind out that program. And pitching-wise, I mean, that's Zach Gallen. Why wouldn't it be? Fastball, knuckle curve, circle change, cutter, slider, really cool pitch mix. And, I mean, he's the ace for a reason, the Diamondbacks. He's pretty good and he can throw hard, too. Getting near the end now. Next up, Colorado Rockies. Ooh, this is tough. It's either Drew Romo or Nolan Jones, but I've not used Drew Romo long enough, so I'm going to go with Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones can hit. That's the thing. Nolan Jones hits for good amount of contact and hit the ball pretty hard. And he's got damn good feel with 99 arm. And good speed, too. Don't sleep on Nolan Jones pitching-wise. Let me go to my flashbacks for the Rockies here. Where is he? Yon Marquez from the Battle Royale program. I've used him. He's not bad. The gold's on that program, I don't know. Like, I'll show you the other players in that VR program, but after this is over with. Dodgers. The hitters. I mean, Shohei Ohtani Tops Now program. Very cool. I used him. He crushes pitching. Fast as hell, too, for Shohei. And he's got a good arm in the outfield. So I can definitely put him in the field. Oh, my nose is stuffy. And then pitching-wise, it's got to be Evan Phillips. Another guy that I like having in my bullpen, Evan Phillips. Amazing closing pitcher. And I wish I could have pulled this Evan Phillips out of the Soul Series. I might be able to do that. Maybe tonight, you never know. When I get that Soul Series pack out of some of those Team Affinities, you never know. Padres. Hitter is Jackson Merrill from the Soul Series. Doesn't have too much power, but hit for contact. Good fielder with the 83 speed, 72 fielding. Not a bad card at all, but I like his swing, and that's why he's here at this opportunity of the spot. And pitching, Yui Matsui. Four-seam splitter, slurve, and curve. Very off-ball pitch type of guy. There's a lot of off-speed pitches, and that's what catch people off guard. Dylan Cease is also cool, too, by the way. And the final team, until I show you some program stuff, are the Giants. Easy one here. Michael Conforto for hitting. I'll probably be using him later tonight for my grind for the season award players. Crushes pitching, by the way, on both sides. I don't think he fits the non-Arenado teams. He's not under 45 speed. Decent fielder as well. The pitching side of things, I know Logan Gilbert, one of my favorite pitchers. Logan Webb, not Logan Gilbert. Logan Webb. Logan Webb, one of my favorite pitchers to use in all of Diamond Dynasty for a reason. Circle change, sinker, slider, and four-seam fastball. But his control, I always find Logan Webb to pitch super good for me because he makes guys chase. And that's what Logan Webb's super good at. Free agent cards. Like I said, here's a lot of free agent guys. Like Shane Beaver. These are all injured people. See, there's Jonathan Weizico right there. Martin DeHidro, by the way, I like his card as a hitter. He's very good hitting-wise. I'll give that to Martin DeHidro. So that's it for all the players. So I'm just going to show you some Team Affinity stuff first, and then we'll talk about VR and other stuff. So this is Team Affinity, as you see. I was talking about this for the Soul Series, Spring Breakouts. So there's the Team Affinity stuff. So I'm trying to get some of these done here, because I already have players from the east side, so I'm trying to do the centrals or the wests. Probably to do with I might want to do the central, but I don't know which one. Might want to do the NL Central because I got Eugenio Suarez, and Suarez could be really fun. So the thing about this is, I'm gonna use this as an example. Vouchers you get from mini seasons, conquests, and showdowns. Repeatable missions are just what you expect they can be. You get them from getting XP with players. Multiplayer. Single players, you see I've been tackling some of these already. Player exchanges, you exchange players, you get points for them. Extreme moments, so this is the only moments on here. But they're in Hall of Fame, but they give you a lot of points. Like, you got on base 4 times Michael Busch on Hall of Fame. You got the Extreme Showdown, which you beat the Showdown all the programs, 20,000 points. I'm terrible at Showdown. Then you got the March to October game mode. So let's just use the NL Central as this here. So for this one, you get Team Icons. For this one, you got the Soul Series Soul Breakout. You get a Ballers Have Pack. And then you have Michael Busch, Rob Dibble, Greg Vaughn, Josh Bell, Joe Torre. That is a very good lineup. These are all fantastic cards. Busch and Dibble are great. Greg Vaughn is freaking amazing when it comes to hitting. Dude can hit both sides. Damn well pretty good. And he's fine in the outfield, too. Josh Bell, he would be my first baseman. Because, my God. Or my DH, because, my God, he can hit the bat. He's got amazing splits, and he's a switch hitter. Joe Torre is a guy who can play third base, but also catcher. Even without the Noah Arenado boost, he is damn good. So, Joe, it's hard to pick a guy from this lineup because they're all very, very good cards. So going on, you have Millionaire Pack out of this, which you can get some stubs, a show pack, Balls of Habit, Headliner, Chase Pack, 75,000 stubs, or a million stubs. Keep going on, you have 5-pack, and then you have the Central. And I'm just going to talk about the Season 4 drop. So for this one, you had Pack. Here is Euron Rodriguez for the Blue Jays. Not bad at all. The 4-seam splitter, slider, slurve, sinker. So the 4 S's. I mean, probably there's only moment on him. Pack 15. Next up, Lawrence Butler for the Athletics. Aaron, it might take the athletic spot for me as my favorite hitter. He's got damn good splits against righties. He's fine against lefties. He's got 117 clutch. Fits the Byron Buxton team. It's not bad for Lawrence Butler. Another pack 25, 26. At 30 points, Tyler J, reliever for the Mets. Definitely a reliever, heavy carb, 102 hits per 9. And a Ks of 89. He's also done 90 pitching clutch. 3 fun another pack. 40 is Colton Cowser of the Orioles. Crushes right-hand pitching. Also doing his righties. Decent speed. Can field as well. Doesn't fit any team boosts, but that's fine. And the big one. At 50 points, Spencer Steer. Left fielder must play first, second, third, shortstop. Is very good with the bat. Very good. Fine fielder. Decent speed. This card's sick. So with these ones here, you got moments. Colton Cowser get 2 hits. Pitch 20, strike out a batter with Tyler J. Lawrence Butler get a hit, which is his walk-off. Yuri pitch 2 innings, don't give a run. Steer get 2 hits, one of them has to be an extra base. And Bywit Jr. you got to hit a home run with. Here's the Tops Now moments. See, that's why I had season awards and Tops Now players. So you get the XP with these guys, and then you get XP with these players, but also RBIs and Ks. General missions, you have get hits with catchers, you have home runs and left fielders, extra base hit with shortstops, save with closers, and Reds XP. So I guess that Eugenio Suarez is good to have then. For the optional packs this time around, you have Ellie De La Cruz, who I showed earlier, Mason Miller of the Oakland Athletics, their closer. Damn, 99 hits per 9, 120 Ks. Holy Jesus. I did not know he had that. And he has outlier in his fastball. Damn. You get points, by the way, for turning these cards in. Glasnow Tops Now for the Dodgers. Okay. And then you have Austin Martin for the Twins. and finally Shea Langoliers for the A's. And then here we go. So once you get Steer, right here, you can collect the first Lightning Player of the Month, Bobby Witt Jr. 95 overall, 99 speed, 85 fielding, 113 contact versus righties, 90 versus lefties, 84 power, 96 power versus lefties. This card is insane at 95 overall. Cannot wait to use them once I collect them. He's definitely going on my AL Central grind team. This card's insane. And then you get all the boosts too for when if you choose like Kansas City Royal captains. Can you imagine the boosts that this guy can get? It would be insanity to use him. And here's the thing though, there's another Lightning player coming after the 8th drop, and I wonder who that's going to be. So we're going to find out later on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the video. Next video, I don't know if we'll have one on Wednesday because there's supposed to be people coming over to my apartment to finalize a project that they did a couple months ago for a heat pump. So I don't know, we may not have a video on Wednesday, but if we ever have a video at night, I'll make sure to let everybody know. So all of you, that's it for today. We'll see you next time, which it will probably be likely an MEOW episode. So make sure you check out for that. Also, look out tonight for a drop on the second episode of APW. We'll see you next time.